Yes, I do. But it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I think it's going to be back and forth. It's going to go down to the last 2 minutes of the game and who has the ball last. And if I'm Xavier, I'm putting in the ball in the hands of Blewett. Again, he can make a shot. When it comes to Gonzaga, Nigel Williams-Goss, the guy out of Happy Valley who lives, again, right nearby me. So he's a guy who is going to be the man, and he plays well defensively as well. I think one of the things that's very underrated is his defensive skill. You saw in the last possession, him and two other defenders covering late on Carter for him not to be able to get a shot. Again, that's a very underrated defensive team. Jonathan Williams is going to be good. Jordan Matthews is a great three-point specialist. Put them up to win the game, I believe, late for Gonzaga. So again, expect this one to be a dogfight from beginning to end. In the other regional final today, you do have Oregon taking on Kansas. And again, I do expect this one to be in the high 80s, maybe low 90s as well. It's going to be a really hard game for Oregon to come out and win this. And again, I have a lot of friends here who are big Oregon fans, and that's tough for me to say that. But the way Kentucky or Kansas has been playing so far this season, in this tournament, has been impressive. And their losses haven't been great loss. Haven't been the worst losses we've seen this season. They had one where Josh Jackson wasn't available, another key player wasn't available in another loss. They lost an early tournament, those November tournament games to Indiana, who didn't even make the tournament. So Kansas overall has been the most complete team this season. I do expect them to roll over Oregon. I expect this one to be really, really, really good, but for Kansas, I expect them easily to get to the Final Four. Tommy?
I agree. This is definitely the most complete team in March Madness right now. Oregon's going to have definitely an uphill climb to take against Kansas, especially how efficient Kansas has been on the field and around the perimeter. When it comes down to Oregon, they're going to have to keep it tight, man-to-man defense, no zone, because you don't want Kansas to control the time and the pace. Oregon needs to have the pace in order to win. But as I said, Kansas, very efficient. Kansas will probably win this game.
And then Sunday games, we have South Carolina and Florida in this game. Two teams out of the SEC, so you expect, again, one of these to qualify for the Final Four. It's going to be a dogfight, and I do expect this to be really, really good as well. And I think this is probably going to be the second best matchup to watch, right behind North Carolina and Kentucky. For me, I'm picking South Carolina. I'm riding the bandwagon to the Final Four. I like their athletic wings. I like their ability to shoot from deep. And on top of that, I like their ability to defend. Yes, they're going to have to cut down on their turnovers, but I think they will do that against a Florida team that turns the ball over quite a bit as well. So for me, I just like Frank Martin, and I'm riding the wave. Just get on the Gamecock wave, riding them to the Final Four. Tommy?
You can do that as much as you want. I am actually going to go with Florida. I think that turnover trouble is going to continue, especially looking at the past games against Duke and other teams where they still are in the double digits when it comes to turnovers. Florida is going to be riding that high of the 3-point overtime victory that saved them from not exiting the tournament. So I'm going to go with the Florida Gators to beat the South Carolina Gamecocks.
And then finally, the last game, North Carolina and Kentucky. This is a game that, again, you expect these two storied programs to play the best basketball of the season. For North Carolina, you have Justin Jackson, you have Joel Berry. They're going to play very well. The upperclassmen versus the freshmen, Bam Adebayo, Malik Monk, and De'Aaron Fox. It's going to be a great game back and forth. I have two of my Final Four teams are still remaining, and one of them's Gonzaga, the other one's Kentucky. So I'm still riding Kentucky with this one, picking them to get to the Final Four. Tommy?
Kentucky did look great the other night, but so did North Carolina. It's definitely going to come down to who has the more fire in their bellies when it comes to this game. They're both evenly matched with points per game. They both scored 85.2 and they've also kept the points against low as well in the 69s. So these two are pretty much evenly meshed when it comes to scoring and being scored against. They're both very efficient with 47% each, and rebounds per game. North Carolina has it, but by only 3 rebounds. I'm looking at the stats, and this is going to be, as I said, maybe an instant classic because of how even they are. I'm still going to give it to North Carolina. I'm going to go against you, Sam, on this one.
Man, okay. Well, we're going 2-4 and 2 against. That's fine. Yeah, that's the way March Madness goes. I think right now, Tommy, I think you're up on the bracket challenge. I don't know if you guys know this. Tom and I bet who would finish best right now. So, again, so far, Tommy's still in the lead. But, again, if Kentucky wins and so does Gonzaga, that'll help me a lot. And if Kentucky makes a national championship game and Gonzaga doesn't, that may put me over the top at this point. Again, it's really close. It's down to the wire, and we'll see. We have a good bet on this. So
I don't want pennies.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll take a short break. When we come back, World Cup qualifying. USA played Honduras last night. If you didn't watch it, you missed out on a great show. We'll recap it for you. Christian Pulisic might be the next great American player, and never doubt the heart of Clint Dempsey, ever. So here we have Changing Me, Bobby Green, Sean Michael Murray on the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Cerrone and Tom Crane on Spreaker Radio.
Black cars take me far, but don't take
And welcome back to the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Snow and Anton Crane, coming to you live from Portland, Oregon, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's about 6:46 on the West Coast. 6:46 on the West Coast, 9:46 on the East Coast. Again, it's really early in the morning. It's the first podcast we've done so early. I think the earliest one we've done, I think I did one in Chicago about 2 years ago. I did it at about 8 in the morning, and I was struggling. And for 6 in the morning, I don't know how I'm doing this, but I feel pretty good. So, Tommy, how long does it take to get from where I live to where you live if I was driving a car?
Just about 2,826 miles. It's about only 41 hours, so you arrive around 11:32 the next day.
Doable. So if I leave right now, I'll get there 11:32 on Sunday. All right.
Yeah.
I'm taking a lot of Adderall then.
And that would be 11:32 p.m.
Right.
Also.
Yes. No. Yeah. That's. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's not AM. That would be a little much, and I'd have to go probably 100 miles an hour to get. I could probably shave off maybe 2 hours, 3 hours if I go maybe 10 miles an hour over. But
especially through Montana and North Dakota. Yeah.
So what does the path have me traveling to from Oregon to Pennsylvania?
Well, there are two paths. One, you would go up north, so you'd go through Idaho, go through Montana, North Dakota, and then you would go slightly down through Minnesota and through Illinois, so that you'd hit up Chicago, and then you'd be just right in I-476, I want to say, all the way to Pennsylvania.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Yes, so that's one path. And then the other path is just, going from Portland through Idaho, through Colorado, Nebraska, and still Chicago again, because Chicago's the main point where you'll hook up and travel my way.
There you go. Okay, so Chicago at some point I'm going to hit, and then as long as I hit Chicago, I know I'm on the right path. So that's okay. All right. Well, again, I've always wanted to do a road trip at some point, a cross-country road trip. I'll have to do that at some point. Maybe this summer, maybe next summer. I don't know. So, speaking of traveling the World Cup qualifying. Horrible transition, but I tried it anyway. USA and Honduras. What a game that was last night. The U.S. needed to win and win big. And boy, did they win big. USA thrashing Honduras 6-0 on the night. Clint Dempsey coming back. He had a heart condition, regular heartbeat, where he was out for the rest of the season for his MLS team, the Seattle Sounders. Has not played since the Gold Cup last summer. And him coming back with a hat trick, the oldest player to have a hat trick in the U.S. for the U.S. In their history, and the 5th ever U.S. hat trick in U.S. history, along with Christian Pulisic having 1 goal and 3 assists on the night, put Honduras down pretty early. For the U.S., this is, again, a huge win because they had not won either game